So hello and welcome group number one, and you guys know what time it is. It is September predictions time, and I can't believe you guys that August is already gone. Very, very shocking, or it's going to be coming to a close in about a few days. So I wanted to get the September predictions out for you guys because we have a lot of stuff going on, I feel like, in the world with people who I've talked to. So I think that this predictions video is definitely going to help. I wanted to do it in this format. I will probably be doing the pick a card readings, you guys, in a different format through my computer because that might be a little bit easier with the camera angles or things like that. So we'll just try it this way for now. So group number one, we're going to get right into the reading. I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a different situation here. We got a lot of different oracle cards, a lot of different things that we're going to be using, but I wanted to just pull clarifying tarot that's over here as the video goes on. I feel like it's a little bit easier and it's more genuine sometimes to pull clarifying oracle cards. So we are going to do that. We have a bunch of messages for September. So group number one, we are going to get started. I did also want to let you know, group number one, that there was a lot of light. A lightness of feeling, a type of feeling of, okay, this is like what's going on pretty much, or, you know, things like that. So I was just feeling like a very, very light feeling during this reading, which was also interesting because I had to change so much of the lighting that I was already using for this video. So we are going to get into this video, and then as always, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you guys haven't seen my divination video, I will be linking that down below in this pick a card reading. So starting with the first card that we have, so we have Ascension, which is Ascended Master, Oneness, Guide, Spiritual Support. I really strongly believe this group number one because I feel like right now there is a oneness, there is a lightness, there is a feeling of connectedness to other things, to other people, to the world in a different type of way than what you were having previously, possibly in August or in the months that have passed. So Ascension is really, really great for that also too. You're also, group number one, getting a lot of spiritual support. You guys may have been even seeing guides, spirit guides, angels. You've been really interested in things like that recently. You're also, I feel like, getting a lot of support from at home, in the job area, things like that. You guys, to me, out of this group, really, really felt like there was a lot of anxiety in the past. There was a lot of like depressive thoughts, sadness, dark night of the soul type thing. But now you're kind of feeling more lighter, more at one with the universe, and more at peace with what is happening with the universe. So that ascension part is very, very important because you all are obviously going to a higher realm, a higher situation, a higher way of thinking than what was previously happening before. So we're going to pull a few more cards to kind of see how is it that you're ascending, or what is going to be happening in September that's going to basically bring that out a little bit more. Okay, so Threshold, which is perception, surrender, dissolve, and illusion. So I think this is a good point for the fact that when we have the Ascension card there, we're talking about you ascending. We're talking about a different situation, group number one, for yourself. So meaning that you're looking to go to a higher situation. You know, you're on the threshold of where you're at as far as you need to grow more, you feel, or you need to be doing more to kind of better your own situation. I mean, we have the rabbit there with luck. We also have the pendulum that the rabbit is holding. So it's almost like as if your destiny in September is going to really be pointing you towards the threshold, towards what you feel you should be having. Your perception's going to change. The whole thing with the ascension too, group number one, that moving up, that oneness, that spiritual support, you're going to become a master. You're going to become someone who either gets a promotion at your job, your career, you get a promotion in a business. There's something that happens to you where all of the preconceived notions of what you were feeling in the past few months, in September, it's going to become more available to you. These opportunities are going to become more available to you, group number one, and you cannot even believe that so much of this is currently happening to you. It's almost like as if a lot of the old friends that you had, I'm getting from Spirit, a lot of the old people that were surrounding you in your life, they are no longer going to be really a pain for you or really a heartache for you, because things are changing and because things are moving on. You are definitely, from what I'm getting from these two cards too, group number one, looking for a spiritual ascension. You're looking for a spiritual way out of the situations of what you're currently feeling. So this is going to, happen in September for you in some type of way. You're either going to be ascending personally yourself, or noticing that others are also changing around you, or that these perceptions that you had with the illusions of others, those are going to start to dissolve also for better communication. So I'm getting a lot with communication and better communication all around. So we have empowerment, which this is one of my favorite cards from the Universal Folk Oracle, because obviously I'm a Leo, y'all know that. Empowerment, expansion, together, prosper, and the divine. So again, we have a lot of different things going on here. We have the ascension part, we have the threshold part, we have this empowerment part where you are really just expanding yourself. You are really, really prospering, and you're kind of having that connection also to group number one, to the divine spirit. You have the luck here. You have two different types of lions, which I think is also interesting, the female and also the male lion. So if you guys are Leos, maybe this reading is also for you, but having that strength. And I'm getting that, group number one, because you guys have been through a lot in the past few months. September is really a time for you guys to connect deep within, connect to spirit, connect to your spirit guides, connect to angels, connect to, light workers, anything that you feel that you need to connect to. September is the time to do it, because you guys have so much strength, so much ability. We have the two birds in these cards also, the phoenix rising, and we also have the falcon, which obviously if you're an air sign person, this can also, this is Isis depicted in this card, but if you feel that way and you feel like there are times when you do want to take flight in September, or if you want to travel, or if you want to ascend in a different type of way, I really, really sense, group number one, that this ascension is all about mental capacity. It's all about your mental capacity to change, to ascend, to move forward, to have some type of divine intuition that comes into your life that really helps to change your frame of mind in September. If you get nothing from this reading, group number one, really, really hone in on changing your mindset. You have to change your mindset in order for things to really, really happen with the ascension and with the empowerment. Because the thing is, in the past also, group number one, I'm getting that you guys really, really have been really kicked down, either in your career, health situations, love interests. You guys have really, really been through a very, very difficult time these past few months. And now it seems like in September, you are really having that hope come in, that belief come in, that things are going to be different for you. So let's kind of take a look here at some of the Witch's Wisdom Oracle cards. I do also have my Moonology cards, because these cards kind of go together to see what is going to be happening, what circumstances are going to be changing for you in September. So we have with this Ascension card, we have the Lady Goddess, which is also the feminine. So the divine feminine. Not surprised, because Isis is also in this card. So if you guys are working on the divine feminine, what's going to happen here is a couple different things. You are going to be more sensitive to spirit. You're going to be more sensitive to the universe. You also, group number one, I'm getting from spirit that in September, you might be working with a lot of women, female entities, You might want to go into a different career that actually is associated with that. You're really, really going to be doing a lot of self-care in September, group number one, because you're starting to realize how important you are yourself. And the thing is, group number one, is you were never ever told that before, how important you were to a situation, to a person, to a family. You were never ever told that. And what's so disheartening, and Spirit's letting me know this, is that you literally feel like you are not important, that your gifts are not important, group number one. And get rid of that, because that is just not even true. There is a lot of divine wisdom and a lot of things that are inside of you that, yes, really identify with the divine feminine. But in these past few months, group number one, I feel like your divine feminine has just been crushed. Literally, it's been very, very hard for you to be empowered or kind of ascending because of the fact that you feel like there's so much weight on you. You feel you are underappreciated, undervalued, underloved. There's so many things that are happening, group number one, that in September, that is going to change. That threshold that you're on, if you do the self-care, if you love yourself, the sacral chakra also too, the heart chakra too with the divine feminine, you have to kind of let go of the preconceived notions that you have about yourself in order to grow and to ascend. Okay, of course, you are good enough. So this is the full moon in Virgo. So we have, I'm not surprised here. I mean, Spirit talks to us at times when we need it. I mean, I'm not surprised with the Isis card. We have the Lady Goddess here. We have the Virgo, which is the Virgin. So we have the full moon in Virgo, which to me, this is a symbol that affirming that you are good enough. If you are not sure if you should take a position at work, if you are not sure if you should take the next step in your relationship, if you're also getting into arguments, group number one, because I'm sensing that this is very general, so it will be different for all of you. If you are getting into arguments a lot with others, because I see that communication kind of going awry, especially with Virgo energy, with that communicative situation or that peace situation, because you don't feel at peace. It is important to note that you can't always change everyone's minds, group number one. Sometimes you have to let things go. You have to let things be in belief a lot of times, because people will change when they are ready to. You cannot make them change, group number one. And I think that that's really an important part here that Spirit's letting me know that you will learn in September for the ascension, only because you are so focused on thinking, are you good enough? Is it important? So if you are if you're in a relationship and you're basically voicing your opinions, your significant other, your partner, your spouse has made you feel like you are not important. And that is transferring over to your love life, your career life, your situation. And group number one, Spirit is letting me know that this empowerment has to come. You have a lot to do in September. A lot of things are kind of going to shift to you as we're going into the fall months also and into the winter. So you are going to become a very much different person by the end of September because of everything that is happening around you. And Spirit is affirming that you are in fact good enough for a career, for a relationship, for this ascension that is taking place. Now, the other thing is, group number one, is this ascension, okay? So we have the witch's hat, which is a signal of power, which brought me to my second point. So we have empowerment, power. So here's the thing. This ascension is going to give you power. I'm really sensing, group number one, that this has to do with a career change. This has to do with a job change. You want to take on some of the responsibility. You want to be in a different situation than what you are currently in right now. And you have a lot of spiritual support from your your guides, that oneness, you are going to really, really rise to some type of power. Even in your relationship, even in the relationships that you have with others, a friendship, something of that nature with your significant other, that power is really going to resonate with you, and you're going to be more active, group number one, than you ever thought possible. You're going to have different ideas, want to take action a lot of times. This is definitely group number one. September is an action month for you. If you want to take the next step in your life, now is the time to do it, because you are going to be filled just with the power to actually move on. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Spirit. So don't let pride get in your way. This is full moon in Leo. We have a lot of the Leo energy here. So if you guys are Leos and you did pick this, this is for you. Air sign people also too. We have the birds in the situation. So along with the power, okay, basically what this is meaning, or the empowerment, don't let pride get in your way. It's a very, very important thing to note, because here's the thing, group number one. You know inside of your own heart that you do want to move forward. You do want to, and we'll take the job as an example, because Spirit's really, really hitting that home for me, that if you guys are looking to get a different career at this point, if you're looking to get out of your current living situation or move or do anything like that, now in September is the time to really, really assess, because you are feeling at the top of your game. But the thing is you can't let that power, that ego, with the ascension really kind of affect that for you, because it's only going to hurt you at the end of the day. You have to kind of make these decisions in a very humble way and be grateful that you were given the opportunity to have this position of power. A lot of people come to you, I sense, for issues with the business, with where you're going. So you have to be grateful that that is the case, that you were even offered that in the beginning, because true empowerment comes from us giving to others, comes from us helping others as well as ourselves. So it's kind of letting you know that this threshold that's going to be happening for you in this ascension, you can't let your pride get in the way. If you feel that something is wrong, you need to say it. You need to speak your truth. You need to kind of let it out there, because people have kind of tried so hard, group number one, through these past few months to just really put you down. And that is just so unfortunate. See, what did I tell you? Winter, Yule, we have the rebirth situation. I'm really strongly sensing, group number one, that when September comes around, it's going to start a domino effect. So what's going to happen is, if you are currently in a relationship, that relationship is not going to, it's going to sour in a lot of ways. It's going to freaking get really, really rough for you. It's going to be a situation where you want to move on. You are so tired, group number one, of the same situation playing over and over and over. It's like a bad movie, group number one. You want to get out of this movie theater, get out of the stale popcorn situation. You are tired of it. And the thing is that as this progresses, with you thinking you're good enough, with that feminine energy that happens, and then you gaining that power, you gaining a piece of yourself back. Now, this can be for either male or female, because we all have divine female and male energies within us. You are going to be getting a piece of that back, group number one, whatever that was. And when you ascend, or when you move to the next step in your life, this is the thing. If you are single, you are going to find someone who, in September, group number one, who makes you feel empowered, who wants to spend that kind of time with you. So this is a time for really cleaning up the situation, moving forward, moving on. But what's going to happen is this threshold is going to create that rebirth. And in winter time, you are going to be in a completely different situation. You may decide to get married to someone. You may decide to kind of have that career in place. You may become a supervisor or a boss of someone else. So in the winter time, that rebirth is really, really going to kind of suggest that you have crossed that threshold, group number one. And this could be for any situation, but I'm really sensing too with career in September, that's a big one. But definitely crossing that situation. Okay, so we have a personal issue, which I'm not surprised with the threshold, reaches resolution. So full moon in Cancer. So we're kind of going backwards a little bit from Virgo to Leo to Cancer, which is interesting because we are in Virgo season right now. So group number one, it's a good thing to note that you are going to be feeling that you are good enough. You kind of have already passed the Leo and the Cancer season, so it'll be interesting to see if we do go backwards. But with this threshold, no doubt in my mind, there is going to be that rebirth, that personal issue that you were dealing with not feeling good enough, with not having a good situation, with not wanting to take the next step in any type of resolution. That is going to change and bring you all the way into the winter, group number one. Okay, let me see. So we have the Witch's Cottage, which is security, which I think is extremely interesting because of the fact that under the empowerment card, we had this whole situation with security. So I think that this rebirth, group number one, definitely in career space. I'm thinking money. I'm thinking that you guys want to generate. You guys are in that state of abundance for September. You guys want to generate more money, more security, more happiness than what you were previously wanting to do in the previous months. So this can also denote that you are going to be purchasing a home, an apartment, moving, having enough of what you need. That security, that home life will be different for you. Definitely if you do resolve the issues and have that situation with the job or moving forward. So this will bring you security along with empowerment, and that prospering will occur. Okay, so we also have the answers you need are coming. So this is the full moon in Gemini. So the answers you need are coming, which is no surprise here, group number one. I mean, I know that you guys have really, really been wanting these answers for so long, just wanting to feel what is going on, wanting to know what the situation is, wanting to kind of move forward on this whole path that you are on. So know that the answers that you do need, the job that you seek, the security that you want, the money that you want, all of that is coming. I'm going to pull some clarifying tarot. So we have the Eight of Wands. So in this situation, I'm not surprised by that, group number one, because there is a lot of frustration, aggravation, drama, things that are coming to you, not that are from your inner circle, but are from the outside. People saying things about you that aren't true, people doing things that are to you that are not the truth, and you kind of moving past that, knowing that you're good enough. I'm thinking slander, I'm thinking gossip, all of that, you're moving on from that. Yes, the Hermit. So this is a perfect example of the fact of how when we say that your pride can't get in the way, you have to also kind of go within yourself, group number one, to kind of know, what do you want? What are you pulling from yourself? What is the situation that you need? You need that soulness in you, or that to prosper, that type of, how do I say this, time to be alone. You need that self-care and that time to be alone for the answers to come to you, group number one. Yes, and we have the Four Cups. So this is what I foresee of a message coming to you from spirit, group number one. And what's going to happen is this message is going to either be, I feel about your career, about the path of life that you're on, and it's just going to come to you in such an odd way from spirit. But you also have other decisions to make. You really, really, really can have a real opportunity and a wish here to kind of move forward. But that opportunity in September is going to present itself to you, group number one. Yes, Knight of Cups. So your emotion going along with this Cancer is going to be fulfilled. So that Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, after September, we do get into Libra season, which is more of the air situation. But then when we go from the end of October to the beginning of November, we do get in that Scorpio energy. So maybe at around that time, that new lover, that new spouse, that new situation's going to come in for you, a new emotional connection to your career or to a job that is going to open up so many different doors for you, group number one. Now, I'm really sensing that this is not a romantic type of relationship. This is more of a stability type of working relationship or a friendship that it starts out as, I'm getting from spirit, but that this can grow into something different. But the person who you think you're with now is not going to be that same person. If you are in a relationship, then that relationship is going to become stronger, and it's more of a type of marriage or a partnership. And of course, we have the King of Pentacles, which is no surprise because we have the empowerment, the answers to what you're looking for, basically that abundance, that manifestation, that ability to kind of be independent onto yourself and not need anyone else. So kind of giving some messages moving forward, group number one, for September. What are the messages that you need to take away from this reading in order to work through the issues that you're working through in September? We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is yet another tarot card, which is interesting, which is fate. So not surprised here with the ascension that is currently happening. This is all a part of fate. This is all a part of your destiny, group number one, as to the reason why you feel so many things are changing in your life, because it's putting you on a path to your karmic destiny, to your fate. The past relationships you've had, the past jobs that you've had have not worked out. The past situations were not good enough for you. And now that is over with. In September, it's really going to push you onto a different path, onto the path that you see yourself being on. We have Thunder and Lightning, which is power. So this is the other thing. We had the Power card below this Hermit for the Witch's hat. We also have Thunder and Lightning, which is power. So here's the thing. You guys may derive a lot of power from actual spell casting or from magical workings. That is going to be prevalent in September. But also this whole rise to power situation, this whole thing about another job, another career change, another situation that's going to bring you to power. I really sense that you guys are going to be supervisors. You guys are going to be mentors. You guys are going to be teachers who really kind of stand out for the advice and for the help and for the support that you give to others, group number one. So we have tea leaves with foresight, which that is also very important because going into that winter season, you're going to have on that threshold, that surrender, that perception, the dissolvement of illusions, that foresight, that stuff is going to be changing for you. But the foresight also too, group number one, that you need to change your own situation. You have to empower and become powerful yourself. You can't control others as much as you would want to, group number one. You have to basically empower yourself first, and you have the foresight that things do need to change. In group number one, I really am sensing that you felt that for a very long time. Yes, guidance. So we have the situation with the guidance, the empowerment, the guides trying to help you to make you become more empowered, group number one. So that guidance will be coming to you in September to help you do that. So again, we have fate, power, foresight, and guidance. Okay. And then of course we have some health. So the peony. So focus on all parts to make the whole. And I talked to you guys in the beginning of this reading for September, really focus on your health, focus on self-care, focus on the things that you can, group number one, because in September, all of this, the guidance, the foresight, the power, and the faith for you to really change the perceptions of your world right now, be it in love, be it in career, be it in in money, be it in abundance, that is all going to occur for you in September. Group number 1, I really hope that this pick a card reading did actually help and give you some more guidance for September and give you an uplifting message. As I stated before, please like and subscribe to my channel so that I can continue to do the pick a card readings, or if you guys have any suggestions for any type of videos that you would like to see, please let me know. And also, I really appreciate those who have commented, liked, and subscribed to my channel, and I hope to see you soon.